Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna talk about my top 10 villains of 2026 so far. There will be spoilers in this video, so this is your spoiler alert, and this is just my personal opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. And let's get started. We start with a few honorable mentions, and the first one is Exorcist from X-Men 97, Antonius from the Odyssey, Andros from Star Wars 2016, Teresa Loras from 007 First Light, Arius from Devil May Cry, Albert Arata from Noble Reincarnation, and Arian Targaryen from Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Number 10 is Bear from Obsession. Now, why is he only number 10? And that's because he's a good character, but if you met a person like that in real life, you really would want nothing to do with him. He starts out as a flawed person, not a straight out bad person, but he becomes a bad person, a villain throughout the movie. The actor plays a good job at showing how cowardly he can be and how selfish he can be, because he is selfish. He is cowardly. He tries to avoid accountability. He does try to do the right thing eventually, but then it's already a little bit too late, and that is part of what how makes this character good. He has bad qualities that makes him a person you could actually meet in real life. That is really what makes him good, in my opinion. When the next video comes, the top 25 villains of 2026 comes out, he might not be this high, but for now he has made it this far. Number 9 is Mundus from Devil May Cry. Now, this one lives up to the hype of the character, and when he takes on the character Chaos, it was really entertaining seeing that battle, but learning how he manipulated Vergil to becoming a monster is one of the greatest achievements of this character. I really like how powerful, how evil, and how cruel he can be. That is all the reason why I added him so high up. He is a good villain, and he doesn't have redeeming qualities, and he's the reason why the original evil was defeated. So he did a good thing, but for selfish reasons. His wish to conquer Earth makes him just more evil, in my opinion. Number 8 is Bowser Jr. from Super Mario Galaxy. Now, this one was a good adaptation of that character. I really like how that even though he's evil, he's not pure evil, and he draws his father towards evil. The character is well written, and I really like the way he fights with his paintbrush. He is funny, he is surprisingly clever, and when you hear his voice, it's a good voice acting to the character. The actor that plays him really know what they were doing. And like I said, I really like the paintbrush fighting style. I don't know why, but I really love it for some reason. Good story, good development, good actor. Everything with him has earned him place here as number 8. Number 7 is Skeletor from the Masters of the Universe. To be honest, when I heard that Jared Leto was gonna play Skeletor, I was really worried about this movie and about this character. But then I saw the movie, saw how Jared Leto played this character, and it was one of the best portrayal I've seen from him. Skeletor in this movie was evil, pure evil, and we loved him for it. Normally, I'm not the biggest fan of pure evil because I don't straight out believe in pure evil. I believe that actions you take can be pure evil, not living beings. But right here, in the way they write this story and the way they write this character, it really works so well. And what makes it even better is how self-aware he is of his own evil. When He-Man's given a chance to talk it out and try to come to an understanding, he makes it clear that he is not interested. He is evil and he knows it and he doesn't care. And in the end, he was also a little bit cowardly. That will fit the character. They knew what they were doing here, and this is a great adaptation of one of my favorite villains. Coming up as number 6 is Shao Kahn. He barely made it past Skeletor, and one of the reasons is that even though I like Skeletor a lot, and that his character in the end fits him a bit to the character, this one is pure badass throughout the entire movie. Never a hint of cowardice. Of course, when he makes himself immortal, he has no reason to be afraid of anything after what he believed. But even when he loses the power, he still gives it his all. He is a power-hungry tyrant with great character development throughout the movie. I know I talked a little bit too much about pure evil characters, but this year has been the year for pure evil characters. And Shao Kahn did great in this movie. Number 5 is Nasamarinian, the demon from 2026, The Mummy. This again, I know, pure evil villain, but like I said earlier, this has been the year of pure evil. This character is so creepy, so messed up, and whenever it starts get control, you see how darker and darker it gets. You really feel the dread, and you're sometimes wondering how our heroes are gonna be able to win against it. Normally, not every horror movie is made so that it's gonna have a good ending. This one, in a way, had a good ending. The other villain got what she deserved, but that does not take away how much of a threat this one was. The actor that played it really did a great job as well. The story behind it is also really good. Scary as heck, surprisingly evil, surprisingly dark, has earned it this far. Number 4 is Freaky Nikki from Obsession. Now, she was created because of the selfish wish that Bear made, and we know that because of Freaky Nikki's exist, real Nikki suffers. This one is all of the worst qualities that the real Nikki might have amplified into a new personality. Okay, this make a little bit of a tear video because that's not directly proof of that, but to be honest, that is what I believe. And the actor that plays her, I cannot imagine any of the actors be able to pull off this role. The way she go from happily to completely screaming. She has so many self-control issues that you can see her switch almost instantly whenever Bear tries to get a little space from her. I like to say that Bear is the true villain of that movie, and many people agree with that statement. But that doesn't take away the fact that Freaky Nicky also is a villain. The real Nicky is a victim. This one is an evil being that wants to do whatever it takes to be with Bear. And the fact that she does not know boundaries at all, feeding Bear the cat and other things. Yeah, this is a real messed up monster. Number 3 is Vergil from Devil May Cry. Now, he is the typical anti-hero that might actually go on full villain. He has some redeeming qualities, but overall he is a villain in the sense, even though he's working with the heroes. And now he's trying to defeat the other villain, Mandus, so he can become king, and he still wants to go to war with humanity. So what is it that makes him better than Mandus? Is that he's way more of a badass and has more character development. That is what makes him better. I like his rivalry with his brother. I like the few moments he has with Lady. I also like that he has a sense of honor, that the reason why he wants to kill off Mandus and be king is because he wants what's best for his race. He doesn't care about the humans, so he has no problem going to war with them. But in a way, he do act on behalf of the so-called demon race. I've forgotten what they really were called, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, everything I explained is why he's earned his place as number 3. A villain but has some morals. The next two characters was almost impossible to know which was going to put them, but I decided to put Thragg from Invincible as number 2. Now, why do I think he's such a great character and one of the best villains so far this year? One, the voice actor and the way they're describing the character is almost perfect. He is ruthless, he's powerful, and every scene you see him in, you feel a sense of dread. Put that with a good story for the character, good writing for him, and then you have a really excellent villain. He is a dictator who wants to rule the galaxy. And if he had more Viltamites, he might actually have succeeded. He is evil, and he is cruel, and he is power hungry. All of those together help set him up as a great main villain for Invincible, and I am looking forward to see where the character will go in the next season. And number 1 is Jean Grey from Spider-Man Brand New Day. One of the biggest reasons why she's here is because of how bold it was to make Jean Grey the villain of that movie, and it worked out so well. The character and the actor is doing such a great job here. They really feel like one of the few people that can play Jean Grey. I like the way how they used her power, that she can take over someone's mind by jumping from mind to mind, and that she has a major power. I also like that she's not straight out evil. She's a misunderstood kid, is the closest thing I will say, because she's looking for a sister. She do questionable things, she put people in danger, but I don't think she actually killed anyone in this movie. And that is actually one of the things that makes her such a great character. She do questionable things, but she's doing it for the right reason and an understanding reason. She is powerful, the story of the character is well made, the actor feels like one of the few that can actually portray Jean Grey, and it really makes me want to see what they're going to do with her going forward. She is a really great character, a really great villain in this movie, and we know she's going to go from being a villain to a hero, and that is type of story I always like. Okay, not always, there I messed that up, but you know the deal. And now it's over to you people. Do you agree with my list or do you disagree? Who will be on your top 10? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope to see you guys again next time.